Rick, glad to be here, and man, what an action-packed hour we've got. Glad to have the Moron brothers back with us.
Welcome back. The Moron brothers are here. Lardo and Burley.
Thank y'all for having us back. It's an honor, boys. I'll tell you, y'all are tougher than woodpecker lips. You're heroes up home. Everybody loves Rick and Bubba.
Oh, boy, thank you so much. We love the people of Kentucky, and we've been watching you chronicle. Y'all getting pretty savvy on the old social media.
Yeah, we got a lot. And Burley don't understand. But we had a problem in school. He had the biggest feet of anybody in the fourth grade. That's because he was 16. But
Right.
and they held him back in the fifth grade. Didn't want him to be in the same class as Daddy. But so the big words he has a problem with. But yeah,
Algebra was a problem. When we first went to freshman year, they made us take algebra, and the lady said, the first thing you need to know about algebra is pi r square. And Lardo said, no, ma'am, pi r round, cornbread r square.
Right, well, that's true.
But
Yeah.
we got caught cheating on the test. He took a principal office.
don't tell that.
Said, these two cheating on this test. He said, Bertie, you cheating? I said, no, she ain't cheating. He said, Lardo, you cheating? He said, no, she ain't cheating. He said, they both said they ain't cheating. She said, I can prove it. She said, look here at Burley's test, question number 12. He wrote, I do not know the answer to this question. He said, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. She said, look at Lardo's test, question number 12. He wrote, me neither.
Well, I understand you've got some Christmas music for us this visit.
Yeah, we had a little problem. It's really kind of a sad song.
Oh, no.
No, not that.
But I think you might get a true story that happened. We've got one here that Burley. We've got a friend that gives us a Christmas present every year.
Yeah.
He lives in South America, Miami, Florida, about south in America as you can get.
Oh, well, yeah.
And he sent me a big basket of mangoes and guavas and stuff last year. And sent Burley this big paw parrot. Boy, it's a pretty thing, green and blue. And I've been meaning to ask, how'd you like your paw parrot?
I liked him a lot. Tasted like chicken.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. You eat that parrot?
That's how I know he tasted like chicken.
He could speak in 3 languages.
He should have said something in English. I kept wondering what nada meant.
Hey. All right. Here we go. I've got a little Christmas story. I'm sorry, but it's sad. It'll either break your heart in two or make you scratch your head. A few years ago on Christmas Eve, Santa was at our house. Must have been tired 'cause he laid down for a minute on our couch. He jumped up in a hurry, checked all his reindeer. They flew off into the darkness, they was scratching from ear to ear. It was the lousiest Christmas we ever had, one you'll never forget. We scratched and itched and combed our hair and we're not over it yet. Santa Claus don't come to our house anymore, don't care if we're naughty or nice. We're the ones that gave Santa Claus and all his reindeer lice.
No. Oh, my gosh.
They late getting back to the North Pole, took 'em 3 or 4 days. Scratching itch so doggone much they almost lost their way. Santa Claus shaved all his hair off, shaved his whiskers too. When they shaved the hair off all the reindeer, Rudolph's nose turned blue. It was the loudest Christmas we ever had, one we'll never forget. Scratched and itched and combed our hair and we're not over it yet. Santa Claus don't come to our house anymore, don't care if we're naughty or nice. We're the ones that gave Santa Claus and all his reindeer lice.
Then you ought to be ashamed.
We wrote Santa Claus a letter. He called us on the phone. Said he'd drop our presents in the yard, but he wasn't coming in our home. So every year on Christmas Eve out in the snow and ice, he drops them presents in the yard 'cause he don't want to get no lice.
Yep.
Was the lousiest Christmas we ever had, one we'll never forget. Scratched and itched and combed our hair and we're not over it yet. Santa Claus don't come to our house anymore, don't care if we're naughty or nice. We're the ones that gave Santa Claus and all his reindeer lice. Now you've heard our Christmas story. I told you it was sad.
Yeah.
I know it's about to kill you, so go on and scratch your head.
There's the Moron Brothers. Better known as the ones who gave Santa Claus life.
Y'all have come far now, boys.
Oh, my gosh. The Moron Brothers, all their details will be in rickandbubba.com. The pride of Kentucky, the Moron Brothers have found their way back to the Rick and Bubba studio, and they are here, Lardo and Burley. Now, how was the trip down, guys?
Well, it was pretty good. Them Alabama state troopers, they don't have a whole lot of sense of humor about things. They're good fellers, you know, but we seen these lights come on behind us. We can't drive about 45, 50 miles an hour in that old vehicle we in. People was passing us and just zipping by, and we seen this man's lights come on behind us. We got pulled over, and as soon as we got stopped, we fastened our seatbelts real quick. You know, we're supposed to do that.
Oh, yes.
And he come up and said, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" And I said, "Yes, sir. We's the only ones you can catch coming down through here."
No.
He didn't like that.
No.
He said, "I'll see you boys fasten your seatbelts." I said, "Yes, sir, we always fasten our seatbelt." He said, "Do you always run it through the steering wheel like that?"
Oh, boy.
Shined the light in his eyes, said, "Sir, do you have any ID?" He said, "About what?" But he kept smacking bugs on his arms. His flies was bad, some kind of little old fly, and he said, "Boy, these flies eating me up." Burley said, "Well, them circle flies." He said, "What kind of fly is that?" He said, "The kind that circles around a horse's hind end."
Oh, no.
He didn't like that either.
I bet he didn't.
He said, "Are you implying that I'm a horse's hind end?" Burley said, "I ain't, but them flies is hard to fool now." We stayed in a nice motel when we got here, though.
good.
Did
Them
you?
towels was so fluffy we couldn't hardly get our suitcase closed on them. But
Like y'all ain't never done that before.
boy, we stayed in one. I ain't gonna say where we was at, but it was a redneck Hilton, brother.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, we walked in there and noticed in trouble. A roach run out there, had a dead mouse in his mouth.
That's bad. That's
You
real
saw
bad.
a bed bug, didn't you?
Oh, but I was filling out the gas book, and a bed bug come crawling down the gas book. I told that lady, I said, "We stayed in a lot of motels with bed bugs, but it's the first time we ever had one come down front and see what room we're going to stay in."
I noticed in trouble, though, when I got to the room. I had to call the front desk. I said, "Buddy, I got a leak in the sink." He said, "Go ahead." We got out of there, but
Oh, gosh. Fellas, I'm glad you're here, though.
well, we made it with everything.
We're glad
Yeah.
we don't get invited back to a lot of places.
I know. And if we didn't really know you was coming to this yesterday. So that,
He's already on the way.
yeah, we saw some
couldn't
pictures.
stop it, yeah.
But
We
now-
wasn't sure we could find it. We just followed the gravy trail.
So now this next song every year gets a little frustrating. This whole Christmas tree thing.
Yeah, they was talking about up home. The governor was calling the Christmas tree a holiday tree, and a bunch of local churches says we're going to go to the state capitol and stand on the steps and sing songs about Christmas. And one of them asked me to write a song about a holiday tree. And he only gave me 2 or 3 days, and he said, "The good Lord said to call you and write this song. Now, if you got a problem, take it up with him."
Uh-oh.
So I wrote the song. but
Yes.
called a holiday tree.
All right, here we go.
We've been a lot of places playing music, seen a lot of things for sure. If it's the good Lord's will, gonna keep on traveling, maybe get to see a little more. Seen a catfish, seen a horse fly, needle with an eye that couldn't see. Thought I'd seen about everything, but ain't never seen a holiday tree.
No.
Jesus is the reason for the season. He's always gonna be. He's the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and born on Christmas Day. Holiday is a holy day. It's a holy day for us. It's a day we celebrate the birth of Christ, and that's why they call it Christmas. Seen a hot dog stand, heard a rubber band, and the market made for a flea. Seen a broad jump in a bicycle pump, and I know you ain't gonna believe me. One time I seen a politician tell the truth, at least that's what he had to say. Thought I'd seen about everything, but ain't never seen a holiday tree.
No.
Jesus is the reason for the season. He's always gonna be. He's the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and born on Christmas Day. Holiday is a holy day. It's a holy day for us. It's a day we celebrate the birth of Christ, and that's why they call it Christmas. Now they tried to take the 10 Commandments, took the Bible out of schools. I thought we lived in a democracy where the majority's supposed to rule. Now they're trying to call Christmas something else. What are they gonna think of next? On Judgment Day, I'd rather be right than politically correct.
Oh, well, there he goes.
Jesus is the reason for the season. He's always gonna be. He's the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and born on Christmas Day. Holiday is a holy day. It's a holy day for us. It's a day we celebrate the birth of Christ, and that's why they call it Christmas. Seen Rick and Bubba on the radio, and they sure look good to me. I thought I'd seen about everything, but ain't never seen a holiday tree.
No. And there they are, the Moron Brothers. Oh, holiday
Thank you,
tree.
boys, thank you.
Now you said you had one more with us to wrap up that's going to bring a tear to our eye.
Well, it's my granddaughter was watching with me television one time on the news, and people was fighting over presents of Black Friday or something. She said, Pop, that ain't what Christmas is really all about. And I got to thinking, we can tell them, but if I could write a song maybe about the true meaning of Christmas, and that would maybe drive the point home a little more. So we come up with this. Christmas has always been a most happy time. Thinking back on my childhood was a favorite of mine. Lying in bed restless all night Christmas Eve, wondering what old Santa Claus had brought me. Still see a red wagon underneath of the tree. The year I got the new bike was special to me. Slowly grew older, the true meaning meant more. Best Christmas present never came from a store. Oh, the best Christmas present I ever received came from God the Father the day I believed. He gave us forgiveness for the wrong we had done on the very first Christmas when He gave us His Son. Hard candy, fruit baskets, goodwill in the air. The family would gather that time every year. All exchange presents, sing songs, laugh and shout. The best Christmas present, what it all was about. Oh, the best Christmas present I ever received came from God the Father the day I believed. He gave us forgiveness for the wrong we had done on the very first Christmas when He gave us His Son. Now as I sit and watch all the young ones play, I thank God I still feel that old joy that way. I tell them of the best gifts so they'll know, and then Christmas will always be happy for them. Oh, the best Christmas present I ever received came from God the Father the day I believed. He gave us forgiveness for the wrong we had done on the very first Christmas when He gave us His Son. Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Merry Christmas, everyone.
There they are, the Moron Brothers. There they are, and I'm gonna tell you, if you've never had the pleasure, and today's your first opportunity, roll on the show notes today, and you'll see the MoronBrothersStore.com. If you'd like to pick up any of their CDs, you can also find out where they'll be playing live. And as you've heard a little tidbit here on the program today, you must experience the Moron Brothers. Describing them to someone else is almost impossible.
Yeah. Just see them for yourself.
Join us on Facebook at the MoronBrothersBluegrass.com.
Wow.
Yeah, we got help with that stuff. We somebody asked me, y'all on the internet. I said I got a internet down there in the boat. That's about as close as we are, but but we are on there now.
Somebody helped you though.
Yeah, we got help.
Bama, you know Bama?
Scott Moore, Bama, he's helped us.
Is that part of your posse over here?
Yeah, he ain't talking much. He had a tooth pulled. He went to the dentist. He had this tooth bothering him, and went to the dentist and he told him, he said, "Open your mouth." Well, he's scared, you know. He said, "Open your mouth." Well, he left. Day too late, come back, said, "I got to pull this tooth. It's hurting." Well, he went, said, "Open your mouth." He left. Well, the dentist told his assistant, said he gonna be back tomorrow. When he does, when I'll give you a signal, you take him big old long fingernails and you reach down and pinch him right on the hind end. Well, he come back. He got him in the chair. He said, "Open your mouth." He looked at her and nodded. She reached down there and pinched him. He throwed that mouth off me, jerked that tooth out of there, said, "Now, see, that ain't bad, was it?" He said, "No, but I had no idea the roots ran that deep."
Burley and Lardo, the Moron Brothers, thanks for being with us again, guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.